couple of days on the farm.
Great. It's great to be back out there. I think, for our guys, it's a different mindset when you get out there. I mean, that's the real training camp mindset. And this is our time of year to come together as a team to really, and for guys to develop and focus, on what training camp really is about, which is it's a little bit, it's different for everybody. Whether it's just working technique, it's learning the whole system, it's learning mental and physical toughness. All of those different things are incorporated out there, and it's having to be such a different setting. It's so different than any game week or so anything else that I think it's easy to focus that way.
With so many veterans of the team who've been through the farm before, how do you keep the intensity up for them?
Well, they're ready to go. I mean, they know what it means to be out there, and kind of the attitude that our guys take, how you have to attack it out there. I mean, you couldn't find shade on that. You won't find shade on that field at any point during the day today. The sun, there's not one angle that the sun's going to be at that will provide any bit of shade out there on the field. So just that mental toughness that they learn out there, they know that that's how they have to fight through it, and it's going to make us stronger.
When you look at Jeff Collins as linebacker since he's been here, long, rangy, athletic, you got it with the older guys, and you look at the younger guys coming up with Des Harris and Gary Green just getting here. And you talk about how he just spots those guys, and that's the ones that make that defense so flexible. Yeah,
well, it's looking at intangibles that those guys have. Some of our guys have great length, size. Other guys have a dynamic speed out there on the field. But what's going to separate you? What's going to make you different? He's done a really good job identifying those type of guys and then putting guys in positions where their strengths are being highlighted.
Now that you're a couple of days in, have any freshmen caught your eye so far?
Yeah, they're all working hard. It's just hard. Right now, they're all just trying to learn. I think, but overall, it's a really good group. I tell our guys, for me, you catch my eye for doing the wrong thing, because I'm looking at everybody, and I can see when you mess up. If everybody kind of does their job, I'm good. But and I do notice, I guess in that way, I don't notice as many freshmen. So I think they're fitting in and they're trying to learn and grasp and adjust to the system. But I think overall, as a group, I think they're pretty solid.
First time in a couple of years, you got 4 scholarship quarterbacks. How does that kind of change up the reps in practice? Or obviously that's a good situation
to have. A little more rest.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to it was worn down during practice right there, so they're going to be pretty fresh as they get through it. But it is, I've had that before in your career. You just, what you do is, we talk in meetings before who's getting what reps, not just at every at quarterback, but every position. But quarterback now is one that we pay attention to, and when are guys getting reps with the 1s? When are they getting reps with the 2s? When are they getting reps with the 3s? When are they getting a rep with the 4s? And how they and I don't mind moving the quarterbacks around that way to put them in those situations, see how their leadership, if they have to go down a group, how their leadership, do they step up? When they move up a group, do they play to the level of that group? And it's a good testing to see where they're at maturity-wise.
I mean, look at Damian Williams. He's here yesterday and kind of said, as a freshman coming in behind Dak and Tyler, he maybe wasn't as prepared or tried as hard as he maybe should have. How have you seen him this year different from maybe last year?
Well, I think one, in that deal, last year, he was coming in last year just, hey, I'm going to learn, I'm probably going to redshirt, I'm good to go, and all of a sudden he's out there playing in critical moments of games at the end of the season. And so I think that one really has just changed his attitude, knowing he's a snap away and knowing that, in what we do in developing quarterbacks, he's going to play no matter what, so that he's going to get himself ready so that when he gets his opportunity to get out there in the field, he's going to go shine.
Des Harris mentioned earlier this week that last year he didn't expect to play, knew he'd probably redshirt, got to learn. He said, but this year that time clock starts ticking in his head, and he knows he has to be aware of everything. Is that something common you see with all those redshirt freshmen now that they know it's for real?
Well, I do. I think they have a little bit under. I think last year they come in there they have no idea what's going on. They've been hyped up in recruiting so much they think they're like going to win the Heisman Trophy as a freshman. And all of a sudden they get here and they really, then it's like the crash and then it's the psychological counseling of them. But I think a lot of them come in and then they realize, they look around, and the ones that are mature grasp it fast of saying, hey, this might not be my year. But then, they start to feel, and we want them to feel that desperation of, hey, it's right now, I can't redshirt anymore. There is no time. My clock is running and I need to get on the field and go play.
Jaquil Johnson.